Pisces Rising, welcome to your December 2024 tarot astrology reading. I'm Podkane. I have returned from a 5-month hiatus to read for you again. If you're here because you were born in February or March and you're like, this is my reading, maybe not, check this link in the description below or something else like it, astrocharts.com. I just picked this one because it doesn't ask for your email and stuff like that. So you're going to get your full astrology birth chart with all your positions. You need to know your exact time of birth. Most people can find this on their birth certificate, and you'll just scroll down and get the ascendant. That's another word for rising sign. That's what you're looking for. That's the reading that you will be watching from me. So, all right, let's get into it. What is the vibe for December 2024 for Pisces rising? I think you're getting my best at this point because it did take me a while to get back in the mode of making these videos and doing these readings. I'm very used to tarot, but not necessarily doing collective readings or group readings. Also, I got a brand new PC and getting everything together, had a little bit of trial and error. So we're definitely locked in now. Pisces rising, December 2024. What is the vibe? Consequences, bad choices, games, and mixed signals. Oh, okay. You're going through some things. Let's see whose consequences are those and what can you do about it? Get your tarot out. All the faithful. Yeah, okay, yeah. We're my condolences if you've gone through anything very difficult recently. We're going to get some clarity to assist in your healing and learning through the process moving forward. Okay. Pisces rising, December 2024. Pisces rising, December 2024. Okay, how are you appearing to others right now? Yep, you're a little combative, argumentative. Some of the decisions I think that you've made or the path that you're on is popping up in like how you're showing up now, where it's like, okay, I've already committed to this. I've already committed to this and I'm sticking to it. And now you're like fighting anybody who says something otherwise. What does Pisces rising have now in December 2024 that's relevant here? What does Pisces rising have? Well, okay. So I don't think at this point you've really taken the time to deeply research or introspect why you went down this path. But what you are doing is standing 10 toes down on it. You do feel injured. You feel like you're the injured party and that you're taking control and taking leadership over your own life because of that. But I do think that because the Hermit's showing up reversed here, going forward, it's important that you ruminate on how you ended up upon this decision in the first place and whether it's truly right for you, whatever that path that you're on may be. It might be time to question that. What are you thinking about? Thinking about withdrawing. You're thinking about how something you want to come to an end just won't. You're also thinking about maybe a belief system, a hierarchy that you're involved in, whether that's like you have a corporate job or you're in school, maybe you're a teacher or a leader of something, and you're thinking about maybe teaching others. I think you're also balancing, and you have a lot of concern about wanting to withdraw and just kind of go into that hermit mode to reconsider your choices. Like there's a desire there to do that, yet you're already kind of deeply involved with or committed to this path. You've already put a lot of effort and energy into it. It's already an ongoing thing with its own momentum. And so it's like, well, I already have momentum here. Do I keep this going? If I like reconsider all this, I'm going to have to start back from the drawing board. And I don't know what I want to do right now. At home, I think at home you're definitely in your happy place. So maybe you've won a recent victory with someone, whether that's like a landlord or a parent or child or a loved one. But there's also the Empress reverse. So scratch that. There, it's like, okay, yes, I've won a victory and I'm standing tall and I'm fighting for what I believe in and I'm taking charge. Yet at the end of the day, the security isn't where you want it to be. The feeling of comfort and ease of things coming easily to you. Money is starting to look a little funky. You're not feeling abundant. And you're not feeling like the chapter of whatever emotional issues you've been going through. And this feels like it's been a long time that you've been dealing with this. That emotional issue is not cleaned up quite yet. There's something still that needs to be healed and moved on from, so it can just be out of mind and not worried about anymore. With what you're doing, you're keeping yourself very busy. You might not be getting much rest right now. What else is Pisces Rising doing in December 2024? Queen of Pentacles reversed, echoing the Empress reversed, and the Six of Swords reversed. I think you're putting yourself in more troubling situations right now because you're feeling this lack of abundance, lack of good financials coming in, lack of security. You may even be feeling emotionally insecure. And so you keep putting yourself back into drama, back into trauma. You keep running towards things that don't serve you. I think because you have an ongoing affiliation with those things, because it's what you already know, because it's what your family has always done. There's a family influence there. There's also expectations, societal expectations too are here. To really make a 180 turn, it would require you to go against a lot of what you were taught, a lot of what you have always done, the expectations of society and family again. It's kind of a scary prospect. At work, your job, what you do for a living, you're really trying to make the best of it. With the Nine of Swords reverse, that's trying not to worry about it, not focusing on it too much. It's something you're turning your brain off to. With the Seven of Wands upright and then the Wheel of Fortune, the time is coming where things are going to be transformed. Through that, there's something major coming in that's going to make things clear for you, but and that's beyond your control. It's a matter of timing, divine timing. But as of right now, you're just sort of following what you already set out to do. Like here's this goal I set. I set it 7 months ago or however long ago it was, right? And I'm just going to keep on keeping on, even though there's people kind of around me or different, not even people, like incoming new information that's kind of telling me, man, maybe I should pivot, or like your own feelings about it are like, this isn't really turning out like I thought. It doesn't give me what I wanted. Maybe I should pivot. Right? But the clarity on it is forthcoming. It's just not quite here yet. And until then, you're trying not to worry about it. You're just going through the motions and keep holding true to what you already set in motion. So the people closest to you, with the Two of Wands reverse, I want to get more information on that. Two of Wands and then the Three of Wands. So I think they're kind of, what they're doing right now is just throwing something at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's relevant to you because it's in your reading, right? If you want to look to something that you could take it in as a method of something to try for yourself. Look no further than the people closest to you, without a plan, without a goal, without any, you know, list of why am I doing this and how's it going to work. And I figured all of it out, so I know for sure what I need to do now. There's not any element of that. They don't know what the fuck is going to happen. They're doing it for the desire and the passion's sake in itself with the wands. And so with the Three of Wands now, they're just looking to see, okay, what do I get? You know, I did this, I tried this, let's see what happens. And they're really setting themselves free from old thought patterns of everything needs to be monetized. Every creative endeavor, we need to find a way to make money out of it. You know, we need to follow things that have already been laid down of this is how you do things. First, you go to college, then you get the corporate job, then you kiss ass, work your way up the ladder until you become the evil that you tried to defeat or some shit. But like they're showing you an example that you can follow as well if you feel so inclined, that sometimes you just gotta do something for its own sake and have no expectations, but then also at the same time you look to, how does this make me feel now that I've done it? How are others responding? How does this fit into my life? And overall, has my quality of life gone up because I tried this new thing? It takes some courage to do that for sure, especially with money being involved. So what others have that's affecting you, I think they really feel like they're following a dream and it's giving them a lot of happiness. 9 and 10 of Cups. If you're looking at the closest people in your life to you, whether that's a spouse, a best friend, a business partner, or anybody that you like, the person that you talk to the most, right? Following their dreams has been its own reward. No pentacles here, none needed, because that positive exuberance and energy, like you can go with a lot less financial security when you have this. When you have this beautiful family, this is a symbol of emotional well-being and joy, childlike joy, unconditional love, appreciating the small things in life, having something that you can be proud of, that fills your soul. This has such great value that these concerns are almost none at all. Of course, we all need a little bit of cash to put the roof over our head and things like that. But you may even be, the people in your life certainly may even be reconsidering, like, do I really need, this car payment? I could really get by just riding my bike everywhere. Do I really need this big house? I could, downsize and be just as happy because now I have more time to spend, instead of working and doing something that doesn't really give me anything spiritually or emotionally. Now I can spend more time on this, and this is giving me everything that I ever wanted. What is Pisces Rising learning about in December 2024? What is Pisces Rising learning about? Coming in from the cold. Yeah, not having... okay. This is a card of being an insider, and just because you're within the accepted realms of like the hierarchy, because this is a church, okay, this is the hierarchy, this is the old traditions, this is the what's expected, and the safety net, right? The safety of security of what's pragmatic and practical. Just because you're insider there doesn't mean that you have true happiness. You're learning just simply that there's no intrinsic connection between following the rules and having happiness, making money and having happiness, listening to outdated authority figures, or really anyone other than your heart. There's just no connection there. Money doesn't buy happiness. What is the outcome for Pisces Rising after December, when December's through, at the end of this year, after it's all said and done? Okay. I think after this, I think that especially with what you do for a living, there's really no amount of money that is going to make you feel emotionally supported and loved. And it's just not worth it anymore. You're coming around to that idea. And with the consequences here, you're not willing to do what it takes either with the Five of Swords reversed because you made a choice to follow something that your heart wasn't in. Now the motivation, the enthusiasm, and the willpower and the discipline is all lacking to take this to the next level that you need it to give you that financial security that you expected it would give you. And so now you're seeing, and then even the mixed signals, like in a different frame of reference, your heart's telling you here, your logic's telling in practicality is telling you this. And at the end of the day, if there's no motivation and no willpower, you were never going to make it anyway. Like it was never going to be possible. It's unsupported. All right. What is going to be helpful to Pisces rising out there in the world? Self-made people who have passion and enthusiasm and exuberance, telling their story and what's the word I want to think of? Their testimony. Their testimony is going to be very powerful to you, especially how they turned something that was very sorrowful and full of regret into something that had a positive light. Like there are people out there who have a story to tell where they were in a similar circumstance to you and how they healed from that, where they took that experience of following the rules and being ingrained in like this corporate hierarchy or doing what their parents wanted them to do, or just doing something for the money's sake and not because there was any passion. They can still take that experience, and you can too. Take that experience and what you learned through it and turn it into something that is far more powerful. And it was always meant to be. It's just a step on the journey that was necessary so that you know what's really important in life. And then also, even in a practical sense, you learn some skill, ability, or even faith in yourself to progress where you didn't care about something. Now you for sure know you can progress where you care so much about something. I even have my own story about that. I owned a small business. I had always wanted to be a working artist, and I did make that childhood dream come true. However, it was not in a way that I ever thought I would be doing. It wasn't something I was passionate about. So it was like a crochet plushie business on Etsy. And while I really enjoyed crochet, it's sort of like a relaxing and creative thing that I was doing. Plushies, I don't collect them. I don't give a shit about them. I'm not into kids movies. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. Okay. But I enjoyed creation for creation's sake. And, eventually I realized my heart wasn't in it, and my heart was actually in this, which does not have an immediate financial benefit to me whatsoever. I have to take time out of my personal life to do this, which is totally fine because I fucking passionate about it. I love it for its own sake. And it feels like purpose too, which is so fucking powerful. Never underestimate that. But that situation actually crashed and burned, and it caused some drama in my life because of, some other stuff I'm not going to get into. Okay. If you know, you know, but I learned, first of all, that I do have discipline, that when I get momentum started, I keep it going. And I think you do too. I mean, I'm a Pisces sun, moon, rising. So maybe not rising, Pisces sun, moon, and Venus. So maybe there's something to that of like a Pisces, like maybe we have trouble like getting something started for its own sake, but then once it's already going, we can keep it going. You know, tell me if that's true for you. But like that, I gained so much faith and trust in myself that I can do this, and I can do it all on my own. I don't need someone else to encourage me, support me, or help me. I can do this all on my own. So what, and that experience will always be valuable to me, even though it didn't go where I thought it was going to go. I'll always be grateful for it. And it doesn't feel like a waste of time. Okay, Pisces rising December 2024. What could be hurtful to them out there? What kind of messaging or other people and what they're doing could be hurtful to them in December? Okay, getting involved with people who making deals with people who are out for themselves. So yeah, I think if you've already gone down that road with death reverse, the consequences, bad choices, situation, do not idealize others at this time. You do not know what they're. I think, I'm sorry to tell you, idealist, but most people are in it for themselves. If you speak to their needs, this is like a sales tactic, actually. When you speak to people are inherently selfish. Speak to their needs. So if you are better off, especially this month, assuming that people are in it for themselves. I'm not asking you to become greatly cynical or judgmental towards those people. I think it's important to understand that we also are selfish. Even if we selfishly want others to be as compassionate and giving as we are, or something like maybe we haven't really fully considered, maybe you haven't fully considered the ways that you are selfish and the ways that you expect others to show up in your life. Not everyone's capable of reciprocating what it is you have to offer, nor should they. And I don't think that's worth judging them over. They are who they are, and you are who you are. You're not perfect either. No one is. It's all good, but it is important that you moderate your expectations from people and don't expect too much from them this month. Expect them to be selfish and you won't be disappointed. And I say that in the least cynical way possible. Yeah. This is definitely a you and you alone situation where you're looking for your happiness and your well-being and your goals. And if other people can't directly benefit from that, yeah, they're going to have a fucking problem with it. If someone that was helping you, someone that was giving you a benefit, let's say that you're an employee of a bar, because I work in a bar, and that owner was like, yeah, we're just kind of in the red. I know that you're making money from tips, and I'm paying you per hour also. And so you're doing pretty well, but actually it's just not worth the time or effort. And like, I'm shutting it down. Would you want them to shut it down? Especially if you're making good money there and you liked it? No, of course not. Because you're losing a resource. If you're a resource to people, don't expect them to be happy when you take that away. I'm not saying don't do it anyway, because at the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you. They will figure their shit out. Hell, that's why I was gone for 5 months, is the place I was working shut down because it was in the red for 2 fucking years. They did what was best for them, and it sucked, and I was sad, and I really love that place, and I haven't found one like it again, yet I am now making more money than I made there. So you can figure some shit out. They will figure some shit out. It'll all be all right. What is limiting Pisces rising in December? Dissatisfaction, but still going the course. If you can't pivot now and start looking at these already in motion, put effort, put energy into it. I've already invested in it. Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to keep on keeping on. I have a lot of momentum here. I've already, built up a following, or I already have a lot of clients, or I've got 6 months left on my lease, or whatever it is. If you make that a reason for just accepting what isn't giving you anything worthwhile, that's going to be an obstacle to you. And that's, again, why I recommended looking for, with the Hermit reverse here, turning this around to some introspection. Looking for the things that you've gained from this, even though it didn't work out the way you wanted. Okay, messages of cosmic oracle cards, December 2024 for Pisces Rising. Let's get a message. December 2024, Pisces Rising. December 2024. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. Bet on yourself and take chances. Reach your dreams. You've got this. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? Remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. This is a big deal for you guys. This is, you may have actually done this before, yet because things didn't work out when you were following your heart, when you were searching for your happiness, and maybe you didn't have the information that you do now. I think that you're very reluctant to trust yourself and follow your heart again. But your life is asking you to take another chance. You know more now. I think that having this more realistic view of people, understanding that they're inherently selfish, even good people are inherently selfish, even you are inherently selfish. If you can understand that, you can do business with them. You can make contracts with them. You can have a relationship with them. You can get married to them. If you just like speak to people's needs, understand their needs, and help them understand yours. Just be fair with it, because like unreal expectations come from not acknowledging the fact that people put themselves first, that the hero of their own story. Even when someone is always seems to be putting others first, and even does, like, and to a certain extent, they're doing that for validation. They're doing that for acceptance and inclusion. They're doing that because they have a moral justification for it that like feeds them, gives to themselves. And like, that's the like, it's always back to number one, baby. Like, it's always back to that. And that's okay. It's just there can be nothing wrong with it because it's part of nature. And I think like the Pisces in us is like so idealistic and higher minded that it's like, let's just eliminate that. Like, okay, and let's just become energy bodies with no physical being, that we never have to die. And let's just, take our energy from the sun so that no plants or animals have to die for us to eat. Like, let's get real. That's not possible, but we can still have a good life, a happy life where we love and live with each other while acknowledging this uncomfortable truth. And we can get comfortable with it. All right. Let's get one more oracle card of advice for Pisces and December 2024, Pisces Rising, December 2024. You are worth it. 23, great number. You are worth it. The only way you can accept, respect, and cherish others is by accepting, respecting, and cherishing you. Accept praise and credit when it's given to you. When you learn to be accepting, you allow your true potential to blossom. You claim your worth and reflect that light to others. When you see yourself in this light, other people cannot help but respond to your personal sense of value. That's come up a lot in the readings this month, is that if be the change you want to see in the world, cliche as it might be, when you start showing people around you how you want them to treat you, there is a positive change from that, especially if you're a leader with this emperor here, especially if you're a leader, or just doing your own thing, without being under anyone's thumb. So you're showing an example of your values to others, and then you will see they will start to mimic that. You make it a safe place for them to also show you appreciation. You make it, you show them how good it feels to be appreciated. So then they'll want to return that to you. It's all Gucci. As you strive towards more self-love each day, you will find yourself infused with new energy. It's okay to walk away from relationships that minimize or hurt you. Enjoy and love who you are. I love that reading. Pisces Rising, thank you for letting me read for you here in December. If you want a reading on your love life, I do relationship readings with your Venus sign in the middle of the month. So subscribe and stay tuned for that. And then also, I have other ideas and things I'm coming up with that are better shown and not told. So you'll just have to see what happens with that. But until I see you next time, have a good new year. I'll see you later. Bye.